And welcome to another week of Light to My Path, our 2025 Bible reading plan. This week we are fully on the other page. We are starting a really interesting book in the New Testament. We're starting the letter to the Hebrews. Now, Hebrews is a different animal for a few reasons. One is we really don't know who wrote it. There are all kinds of theories about whether it was like Apollos, remember him from Acts, right? I mean, maybe he gets mentioned in 1 Corinthians 2. Could have been Barnabas. It could have even been a woman. We don't know who it is. We don't exactly know who it's to either, except the fact that it is, I mean, you'll see when you read it, is so chock full of Old Testament, like Hebrew scripture, stories, illustrations, images. I mean, it is, every single line basically is something from the Old Testament. It had to have been a letter or maybe even like a sermon basically written to Jewish Christians who were Jewish. Anyway, it's a fascinating letter. It's so different than many of the other letters. If there's a theme in Hebrews, it would be that Jesus is better. That's the theme. He's better than the angels. He is better than Moses. He's better than the sacrifices. He's better than the priests. He's better than the covenants. He is better. He is better than everything. It starts out by kind of giving us that in one little tiny sentence, a big sentence actually. It says, long ago, God spoke to our ancestors, that's Jewish people, our ancestors, in many and various ways by the prophets, right? So this is clearly written to a Jewish Christian audience. But in these last days, he has spoken to us by a Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, through whom he also created the worlds, right? And so all of the old talk about how God revealed himself, how God showed himself to be, it's all good, it's all true. But this word, Jesus, who God shows himself to be in and through his Son, Jesus, this is definitive. And so if you want to know who God is, all you got to do is look at who Jesus is. That's what Hebrews starts with a bang, right? Jesus, he is the reflection of God's glory. So if you want to know what God feels like, if you want to feel God's warmth, right? Like the sun, just Jesus is it. He is the exact imprint of God's very being. If you want to know who God is, Jesus is it, right? He sustains all things by his powerful word. When he made purification for sins, that is when he died on the cross and was raised from the dead, he sat down at the right hand of the Majesty on high, God. So, I mean, this is all about Jesus and how Jesus is better than everything else. Here's what I want you to do. 3 things. One is watch the Bible Project's video on Hebrews. It is very helpful, and it's going to give this advice too. That's the first thing. Second thing, this is the advice. As you're reading it, read through some of the Old Testament references that you come up across. If you have a study Bible, if you're reading online, there's probably 1,000 different references to the Old Testament. Read through it. One of the things that Hebrews always does, at least for me, maybe it does it for you too, when I read it, is it makes me acutely aware of how much better I need to know the Torah: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. It is filled with the stuff in the Torah. So read that. And the third thing I want you to do is try to trace through how this kind of relates to us today. Like, do I think about, relate to, trust in Jesus as actually better than all of these things? Think about what this actually means and speaks to us, right? So anyway, if you have any more questions about Hebrews, which everyone does, it's not an easy letter. It's pretty complicated. Ask me. It's one of the letters I personally need to know more about and grow and learn more. And so it'll be great to have questions about it. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this week of reading the book of Hebrews.